Everyone, Dr. Calvin Ng here. I'm with Dr. Blair. She's doing a fasting protocol, 5-day fast. I wanted to ask you, Blair, about what this is, what's going on, and why you're doing it.
So this program is called the Prolon 5-day fast mimicking diet. It's not a complete fast, so you are eating throughout the 5 days. But basically, the program consists of a box that has 5 smaller boxes inside of it that have all of the products and anything that you will be consuming within the 5 days inside of it. So you don't have to go to the grocery store, you don't have to worry about cooking anything really. Everything is inside the box. There's a schedule telling you what to eat when and on what days. And then you're also allowed to have a cup of coffee every day, which for me is kind of a big deal because most diets don't let you have coffee. And I love my morning cup of coffee. But you also get the full benefits of a fasting diet with supplying your body with food, basically. I tried this diet a couple months back for the first time, and I saw amazing results. So I wanted to try it again and see those results amplified this time, and also provide a way for people to see my feedback and the things that I'm going through throughout the process, and so that they can maybe choose to do it for themselves and improve their health as well.
What's the benefit of fasting?
So fasting is really good for your body every now and then. Our body sometimes needs a break because we put so many different things inside of it, and it's working overtime a lot of times to break down the different things we're eating, the different things we're exposed to. So fasting basically allows your bodies and your cells to regenerate and clean up. It's like a full body reset by fasting. So your body, after the fact, can go through a bunch of different changes, not only metabolically, but chemically on different levels. It renews your sense of energy, and it also just completely just makes things change that you'll see at the end of the 5 days.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think it's great that they provide everything in the box for you, so
Mm-hmm.
you don't even have to leave the house. You could
Yes.
just get it sent to you, especially in this time, now that you can't do anything outside. And it's cool, and I like what you said, yes, about fasting. I think fasting, a lot of people think it's very uncomfortable, it is very uncomfortable, but that's going to be the state that is needed for us to grow and get better and detoxify, right? We have to put our bodies into that stress, but it's really a good type of stress. It's not negative stress. So when it comes to that, it is really the like being being comfortable with the uncomfortable, and through that we have amazing health benefits, just mentally, physically, emotionally, through that as well.
Yeah, it's definitely challenging mentally with us being used to eating throughout the day, transitioning to not eating. But it also gives you the benefit of being more mindful about what you eat and what you put into your body, and being grateful for what nourishment is coming in. So it helps reset your mindset as well going on this program.
That's amazing. I would have never thought about that you can apply just small principles about fasting, like gratitude, into other parts of your life as well, and just being like, hey, I'm so grateful that I can actually eat. Whereas there's some people across in other parts of the country and other parts of the world that are don't have the luxury of having food readily available for them, so naturally they do fast. They have to fast, and they are hunting and gathering for their food. And so but it's funny because those people are actually really healthy. So this kind of explains why we should be fasting.
Yeah, it brings us back to the way things were done a long time ago before anybody had any of the resources that we have. Brings you back to your roots.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to other fasting programs, what would you say you like this one the most, or what are your comparisons?
So mentally preparing for a fast, for me at first was really hard because I do love to eat. I'm a foodie. So knowing that this program allows you to eat was a huge deal for me. You get mostly a liquid diet throughout the 5 days, but you also have certain things here and there that allow you to chew. And the mechanism of chewing while fasting is just profound. I mean, that mechanism of chewing it's been proven through science and research that that is a huge way of absorbing our nutrients. So the fact that there are things inside these boxes that allow you to chew keeps me satisfied and keeps most people satisfied that are doing this diet. So that was definitely one of the big things for me that made this one stand out.
Yeah, I love what you said about that. Like we study quantum neurology, and we both are very savvy into how the body works neurologically, and it makes sense. If you chew, that's like telling your brain that hey, you're getting in nutrients and food, get ready and absorb. And also, you know, it helps you with satiety, keeping you full, and making sure your body recognizes that hey, it is getting food, it is getting nutrients, and we don't need to overeat.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed.
What's been what's been the most challenging part of fasting?
So I'm a very active person. I love to exercise. So during this fast, you lose a lot of your energy levels at first. Throughout the first 3 days, basically, your energy, you're on a roller coaster. You get more energy as you eat different things, but by day 3, you're kind of your body's resetting. So 3 days without food, essentially, your energy levels are bound to go down, and you can't really work out as hard as you normally would. But with that being said, I've also learned to be more in tune with my body and what it can handle. So I am respecting and listening to what it's telling me, and knowing that I shouldn't push my limits too much while I'm not eating. I've learned to listen to my body more, and even though I can't be as active as I would like to be, you can still go for walks. You can still keep moving without pushing those limits. So,
And I think that's awesome. I think as practitioners, we're always getting questions about like, is this fast? Is this program? Is this protocol? This detox thing? What is this fad? Is this thing like right for me? How would you say like what's the best way to determine if that thing if that program is right for someone?
so I was muscle tested before I began this to see if it was the right program for me. Obviously, I believe in the power of muscle testing and how it can give you customized, individualized results. And this one tested really highly for me and what I needed to reset my body and get me back to where I needed to be to start my health journey or get back on my health journey. So I was tested for if this would work for me and also what day I should start. So for me, I started on a Friday because I work Friday and Saturday. And then Sunday is my day 3, which is the day that you have the least energy. It's the hardest day to get through. So Sunday for me is my day of rest. And so my day 3 will be on Sunday, and I'll be able to rest all day. So I think that's why it tested like that. But it could be different for every person. So muscle testing for me was definitely the home run, telling me, okay, you need to do this. This is going to be good for your body.
Yeah. That's awesome. And I definitely agree that everyone should get tested some way, some form, one way or another, because if you don't test for it, then how do you know, right, that it's actually good for your body? It doesn't make sense.
Right.
You have so many people that are trying like something like intermittent fasting, but maybe they don't have like good adrenal function or blood sugar handling. So in their morning, they're just crashing, and then all of a sudden they get this big spike of food and energy and sugar, and their body doesn't know what to do with it. So different things work for different people, I think, and I think the power of muscle testing is just so key on keeping everything custom and individualized, which we're all unique human beings. So it's awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah. I agree with you with the intermittent fasting thing. I mean, it shows great benefits as well. But with muscle testing, you can tell, I mean, Maybe you need to go an hour more or an hour less with the intermittent fasting. So maybe start later in the day eating or start earlier in the day eating. It just depends on each person and what you need. So yeah, I mean, that's one great way to test is muscle testing, I believe.
Cool. And on top of all of this, are you still taking other supplements and doing other things?
Yes, so I'm taking my regular supplements that are for my overall well-being. Different programs that I've been working through, just supporting different organs and getting rid of certain toxicities that have been built up in my body for a long time. So I'm following up with those different supplements, but I haven't added anything on top of the ones that I was already taking, so they were already part of my protocol before I started. So there's nothing additional that I've added.
Awesome. I think that's super important.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you for sharing
You're
with
so
us
welcome.
on your journey. And what today is day 2?
Today is day 2.
Awesome.
Yes, day
Good
2.
luck. Well, we wish you the best of luck going through day 3.
Thanks. It's gonna be lots of sleeping involved, I'm sure.
Cool. Awesome.